Hi everyone, LiberAnarchy here. I am responding to Godless Haze. His video response is one of the umpteen million that has been spurred on by, I think it's Paul's Ego that did a video about how he's ashamed to be American, and you're getting a lot of back and forth about this, and I think this is really great because, yeah, you do have a lot of ranting Americans. Okay, what's new? Americans ranting about America, right? What's new? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. But one thing I think this topic illustrates is that, hey, Americans, the American government does not have your best interest at heart. This has nothing to do with 9/11 conspiracy theories. This has nothing to do with anyone claiming to be 9/11 is was an inside job, man. Wake up, people. This has nothing to do with fluoride in the water. The government puts it in the water to keep the population submissive. It's more like people saying, well, shit. Do you know how much we spend? Or actually, do you know how much of our money, the fruits of our labor, the government spends on the military? And like a war to depose a dictator that our government, not we, mind you, not we, our government installed. Wait a minute, something's fucking wrong here. And then, somebody's on the right is going to say, wait a minute, do you know how much money the American government took from us for this a Ponzi scheme that they call euphemistically Social Security? Because nobody's going to argue against securing society, right? Shit, human beings are a social animal. No one's gonna, unless you're a lunatic, you're not gonna argue against securing society, right? But the money for Social Security is gone. Because it's easy to spend other people's money, right? So you have people coming at this from every direction saying, look, it's not fucking working. That's a good thing. Because it's not fucking working. Now, I think Godless Haze said something very revealing. Okay? I was dealt some cards called a bad mom. My father wasn't terrific, but he had his good points. But hey, I was dealt cards called a bad mom. And so I learned a lot about manipulation, okay, and abuse, okay? And something Godless Haze said stuck out. And he pointed out, usually it's the conservatives who do this, but not always. He pointed out that when anyone starts criticizing the United States, and I'm sure this happens with other countries too, other states, right? But you have a lot of people saying, look at all the other countries in the world, or look at countries like Iran, look at countries like North Korea, look at countries who have it a lot worse than this. Look at the crappy economy of, say, Russia. Our economy, oh boy, outwardly it looks like there's recovery, but it's not based on anything. By that I mean, it's fiat currency. We are trillions of dollars in debt to ourselves. It's fucking ridiculous, right? And it's not even like debts that we as individuals incurred. It's what the government did with money that they took from us. Because it's easy to spend other people's money, and it's easy to borrow from the future and keep borrowing from the future to sustain the present. Here's an idea: stop taking people's money, right? But yeah, so our economy is kind of, what's the word? It's really top heavy, and it may collapse, not because of space aliens or Satan or a new world order, not the Jews, not anything else, just it's gonna collapse. It's likely to collapse just because it's top heavy, and we have a currency that's not based on anything. It's not tied to gold or silver or anything like that. It's tied to the Federal Reserve, which says abracadabra, there's more money in the economy. Yay! So yeah, so we the people are laboring under a bunch of phenomenal debt that other people incurred from us and are incurring from our children's children. It's right. So anyway, Godless Hayes brought up that many people, when somebody says like, "I'm ashamed to be American. This country is shit," blah 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 blah, other people will automatically jump in and say, well, compared to insert country here, we have it really fucking good. Okay. Well, I should hope that we have it really good compared to some place like North Korea. Okay. Fucking compared to North Korea, I mean, maybe the People's Temple Jim Jones compound was good. It doesn't mean anything when you say compared to the shitty countries, look how good we have it. Okay? Because these aren't people saying, actually, I like America because of these good points. I do, however, acknowledge that there are also these bad points too, and there are these problems, and I have some ideas as to how to solve these problems. And I will say it is kind of a hipster thing to do, to say, oh, I'm so ashamed to be American. I hate America. Yeah, man, because I'm like so totally progressive and like such an enlightened hipster. Oh my fucking god! And isn't it great that I'm living off my parents' money and sitting in like a fucking Starbucks and writing on a laptop that my parents paid for on the interwebs about how like we should totally redistribute the wealth. Okay, yeah, that's a stereotype, but yeah, it is in vogue for Americans to be ashamed of America and criticize America. But then again, you also get these people who are like, instead of saying, well, there's actually good points here about a country, and there's also bad points, and I have some ideas, or something like that. It's like, okay, so here's where the bad parenting comes in. I am reminded of a manipulative person who says, this bad situation is good because it could be worse. Okay? I mean, hell, there are parents who fucking kill their own children, for goodness sakes. That doesn't mean that the kids who are locked in a fucking closet have it good, okay? Likewise, if America's going down the shitter, it doesn't mean that we have it good because other countries are in the shitter, in the sewer, and out the fucking sea, okay? Have you ever run into maybe some bad dysfunctional relationship where somebody's saying, well, you have it, you think I treat you bad, but actually you have it good because other people would treat you worse? Instead of a person who's like, oh, I understand something's not working here. Okay, you have gripes. Okay, let's talk about this here, and we'll go back and forth and exchange opinions, etc. and so forth, right? So, yeah. Okay, so I've had my rant on this topic, but I think Godless Hayes brings up a fantastic point of this idea of like, America's the best country in the world because I'm going to ignore these problems and just say, well, in other countries they have it worse. Yeah, and it's actually pretty depressing. But this conversation makes me hopeful, because there are people who are actually saying, whoa, things are fucked up, man. And it's not the conspiracy theorist who says, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, people, Alex Jones and space aliens and anti-vaccines and like there's totally microchips in the vaccines, and the government will watch your kids if you get a flu shot. Or what? I don't know. I'm just making up shit based on like all kinds of conspiracy theories. One conspiracy theory I heard is that the flu shots have little microchips in them that the government uses to watch you. I'm like, the government watches us all the goddamn time. If they want to get an individual, they will. Okay? Just about everything's illegal. Okay? If they want to get somebody, they will. So yeah, I like this conversation. It's people saying, hey man, everything's fucking wrong here, without getting into these wild conspiracy theories that don't make any goddamn sense, okay? Yeah. Okay, so I'll link to the video down here. In fact, I won't even post it as a video response, because this is like, it's become my own 2 cents on the topic, rather than just responding to one person's comment. But yeah, I think that's actually a very important point. This dysfunctional situation isn't dysfunctional because that dysfunctional situation is even more dysfunctional. What? Alright, well, thanks for listening if you got this far. Alright. So there's my rant.